Let me just tell you a couple things. Within the last 2 years, several incidents of inmates stabbing each other. 6 assaults in July 2023 alone. April 2021, a corrections officer was stabbed and killed. Some of the complaints from inmates and their families: understaffing, inmate drug use, inability to lock inmates in the cells, rats, roaches, bad plumbing, broken windows, mold. It's a quick list, I know. Early 2023, this one is just astounding. A teenager is wrongfully arrested, spends 2 months in that lockup, and when he's released to his mom, he's got face tattoos. Teenager. Wrongfully, they're suing at this point for the wrongful arrest, but the kid has face tattoos that are coming out of there. Like, there you go. This kid's just 18 now. There's also a leaked photo from January of 2021 when they were in the thick of COVID. And this kind of made the rounds. People were going a bit bananas because there was supposed to be all the social distancing and, you know, inmates being careful about COVID. And instead, they were all jammed into a main room like that, like beds and mattresses and stuff on the floor, inmates lying cheek to jowl. And again, this was COVID. So this was Bibb County Jail. Things got a bit, you know, a bit crazy. I want to bring in C. Jack Ellis. He's the former mayor of Macon, Georgia. Knows a thing or two about that jail. He wanted that jail moved. Mayor Ellis, thanks for being here. I got to ask you about this breaking information that we have. A source tells us that when the sheriff said the other night there were fewer than 10 people working the night of the escape, we've discovered that it's half that. It was only 4 to 5 people working in that jail, guarding over 800 inmates. I'd like to get your reaction to that as the former mayor.
Obviously, that should be unacceptable, and it is unacceptable, and someone should be held to account. Having said that, I just hope for not only for our citizens here in Macon and Bibb County, I hope that they are safe, but I also hope that the citizens in the surrounding area, our region, our state, and indeed our nation. We sit, of course, on I-75 and I-16, run north and south, and I-16 out to the coast. So they could be anywhere. So we hope and pray that no one is hurt while they're on the loose, and hopefully they're apprehended as soon as possible. But back to your question about this jail. The jail has been a nuisance, if you will, for quite some time. And so we have to say, the question begs to be answered as to why. Why haven't we put the resources in? If we're going to house that many inmates in that facility, obviously we should have more than 4 correctional officers. And so the mayor and the sheriff should have to answer to the citizens as to why we haven't funded a full complement of correction officers there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we have this inside source that told us that they got these tools and they chiseled this huge, like, hole in the upstairs wall near a faulty window, and they were able to just sort of waltz right through this massive hole in the wall. And a guard is on report. There's the picture right there from the outside. You can see the picture in a minute from the inside. It's crazy, the size of this thing. It would have made a crazy racket to, you know, to power through that wall like that. A guard is on report saying that he heard a big ruckus and he heard a whole lot of noise, but that he was too concerned to go check it out on his own. And now it makes some sense, because if it's true that there were only 4 to 5 people guarding 800, how could anybody be able to check uprisings or, you know, escapes like that?
Obviously, a lot of questions here, and I think the citizens of Macon, number one, they deserve answers, but the citizens of this country and of our region, of our state, they deserve answers as well, because these men could be anywhere and could harm people in any jurisdiction. And, you know, I'm very sad that our city is being portrayed as though we have made, what do you call it, Bonnie Fife, and that type of thing. Mayberry RFD, I think I'm trying to say. And I hope
Keystone Cops. No, I hear you. I mean, here we are, day 5. I have to leave it there, Mayor, but I am very appreciative that you joined us tonight, and would love to keep in touch with you if you hear anything else about an update on these. I mean, 5 days makes me very concerned as the days go on, but we'll touch base with you again soon. Thank you, Mayor Ellis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.